Taking a look outside right now, we're just past the noon hour and we're already seeing temperatures warmer than some of our previous days' high temperatures. So we do have warmer conditions on the way and we're already feeling it today. Just a slight warm up. We'll feel a little warm as we go into today and tomorrow, but after that, much warmer conditions are on the way, especially as we look towards the weekend. All because of our winds. Finally seeing some winds blowing out of the south instead of those pesky northwesterly winds that we've had the last few days. Because of that, most of the area already climbing into the upper 60s out there, and we can just see what's to come. If we continue to have these winds blowing out of the south, there's some locations that are already sitting at the 80s, well to our south. There is a chance that we could see some of that weather coming up. It's going to take a couple days to get here, but there's a chance that some of us might see another round of 80s before we fully say goodbye to the summer weather. Already looking at our 24-hour temperature change. This time yesterday, we're sitting about 5 to 10, even 15 degrees warmer than we were at this time yesterday, seeing a tad bit more relatively warmer air off to our west. Really overall, everybody's sitting a little bit more comfortable as we go throughout the day. High temperatures for the most part getting back into the 70s across the area. Some of us even climbing into the mid 70s, 75 for your high this afternoon in La Crosse and in Eau Claire as well. We still have to deal with that little bit of a breeze though, but of course it's out of the south now, so we have a little bit of a better attitude now with some warmer air coming up from the south. Still windy though, especially this afternoon, seeing winds blow around 15 to 20 miles an hour. That'll be putting our wind gusts closer to around 30 to 35 miles per hour. A little bit of a downtick as we go into the evening. Still staying a little bit breezy as we go into tomorrow, but not quite as windy. And then we should hopefully see a little bit of a break from the wind as we go into the second half of this week. Overnight lows tonight still mildly warmer than we have been the last few nights. Actually, some of us staying in the 60s for your low temperature when you wake up in the morning. 60 degrees in La Crosse and in Eau Claire. Finally, folks over in west central Wisconsin and further north don't have to deal with that risk for a frost as we go into tonight, because we're not nearly as chilly as we have been the last few days. And then tomorrow's highs relatively similar to what we're at today, if not a tad bit cooler for folks to the north, staying below 70 degrees. Otherwise, most folks south of I-94 likely staying in the 70s. Again, we'll have warmer conditions on the way though after that, especially as we look towards the end of the week. As far as that rain chance goes, mainly seeing higher chances for folks north of I-94 with the boundary starting to pass through as we go into tomorrow morning. Again, mainly north of I-94 to start. It's going to be a fairly slow moving boundary, but really not producing a whole lot of rainfall with it. So we're not looking at any extraordinary rain totals. It'll continue to slowly move on through the area, and folks closer to I-90 may be seeing a little bit of activity by tomorrow evening, if not a little bit later into the overnight period. And then once we wake up Wednesday morning, a lot of that activity should be out of the way, but we could still be dealing with some cloud coverage. That's what's going to keep us cooler tomorrow, but likely seeing a little bit more sunshine as we go into Wednesday. And because of that, we'll see an uptick in the temperatures once again, and they're just going to keep on climbing as we go into the end of the week, even looking towards the weekend. Look at that, multiple days in a row where some of us could be spending in the 80s. So we promise there's always another round of summer around. This was just our first taste of fall, but again, it's not atypical to see the 80s in September, so I'm sure we're happy to see it again.
I know. I mean, that could even get to 85, even higher than that.
Yeah, we'll
wow.
see.
Okay, summer's coming back. Thanks, Nicole.